The Audi RS6 Avant has spent years as the wagon everyone agrees on, the one car that quiets the argument about whether a fast estate can really be the only car you ever need. What makes this particular example interesting is that it is the standard car, the version that now sits below the more powerful performance model in the range. For a long time, that distinction barely registered with buyers. Lately, it has started to matter, because the standard RS6 is quietly becoming the version that makes the most sense, and the reasons are easy to miss. Seen here in Nardo Grey at the Bucharest Motor Show, the shape still works the way it did the day it arrived. Audi did not chase a dramatic redesign. The wide front grille, the flared arches that push the body out over the wheels, and the long roofline that drops into the tailgate all stay close to what they were. The matte silver accents on the roof rails, mirror housings, and lower trim are subtle, the kind of detail you only notice when the light catches them. On the standard car, you get the multi-spoke wheels in gloss black, rather than the lighter forged set reserved for the performance. And against the gray paint, they look purposeful instead of loud. It is not overdone, which is the point. This is a car designed to move quickly without announcing it. Inside, the cabin makes its case immediately. The first thing you register is the contrast. The dark leather broken up by red stitching that runs across the seats, the doors, and the steering wheel. The flat bottom wheel is wrapped in Alcantara, the suede-like material that gives a better grip and a more focused feel than smooth leather, and it sets the tone for everything around it. The headliner is finished in the same suede, which is the sort of touch that separates an RS interior from a regular A6. In the front, the driving position is low, and the layout is familiar in the best way. Twin screens handle the instruments and the infotainment, and below them sits a separate climate panel. There is a point worth making here. The previous generation of this interior had physical switches that many owners still consider the high point of Audi cabin design, and this version leans more heavily on touch surfaces. You lose a little of that tactile satisfaction. What you gain is a cleaner, more modern look, and the screens themselves are quick and clear enough that the trade-off feels smaller in daily use than it does on paper. The rear cabin is where the RS6 justifies its whole reason for existing. Three adults fit across the back bench without negotiation. The door openings are wide, and the same red-stitched honeycomb pattern carries through, so the rear does not feel like an afterthought. There are air vents and climate controls for the people back there, and the flat floor means the middle seat is usable rather than a punishment. This is the part of the car that a two-door rival simply cannot answer. If breakdowns like this help you work out which fast car actually fits your life, subscribe so you catch the next one. Then there is the boot. And this is the argument the RS6 has always won. With the rear seats up, you get around 565 liters, which is just under 20 cubic feet, and folding the seats opens it out to roughly 1,780 liters, a little over 62 cubic feet. The load floor is long and flat. There are levers in the side walls to drop the seats without walking around to the doors, and the powered tailgate clears your head with room to spare. You could fit a family holiday, a dog, or a track day's worth of wheels back here, and still arrive faster than almost anything else on the road. Under the hood is the engine that defines the car. A 4-liter twin-turbo V8, producing 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque, sent to all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic and Audi's quattro system. 0 to 60 arrives in 3.6 seconds, and the top speed is limited to 155 miles per hour, or higher if you specify the optional package. Those numbers put it within touching distance of the performance model, and on any public road, the gap between the two is something you would have to invent reasons to feel. This is also where the honest part comes in. The standard RS6 is the quieter of the two cars. Audi removed sound deadening from the performance and fitted a more vocal exhaust, so this version holds back where the pricier one shouts. For a buyer who wants drama on every startup, that restraint is a genuine cost, but it cuts the other way too. The standard car is the more comfortable companion on a long motorway run, the one that does not wear on you after 300 miles. And for most people who will actually live with an RS6 rather than film it, that calm is worth more than the extra theater. What the standard RS6 really represents is the version that got the formula right before the price climbed. It is still one of the few cars that can carry a family, swallow their luggage, and out-accelerate a sports car on the same tank of fuel. The performance and the limited GT chase the edges of what this platform can do. This one just quietly does the job it was built for. And as the V8 era draws to a close, that might be the version worth remembering. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.